Hi everybody, Abby Normal here. So I have a very special request from Paul. It's a Psychic Wisdom for Humanity service. And he was wondering, he wanted me to do some channeling, wanted me to do an exploration on a question. The question is, I'm doing this from memory because I've got my cell phone up and running here. So what is the best method for getting energy sources, heat and electricity out to anyone, everyone, everywhere across the globe without harming the planet and without the influence of big oil companies? So we're talking about wind energy, solar power, 0-point energy, that sort of thing. What's the best method? So I'm just going to relax and we're going to see what Spirit has to share, okay? I actually put this out to alien beings, star wisdom. So we'll see who would like to share in this answer with us. Okay, so this is starting off really beautiful. So we have a connection with really loving beings, races of alien beings in the stars. How do we know them? How do we make connections with them? How do we develop a relationship with them where they are able to share their wisdom and knowledge with us down here in a way where we can tap into them as a resource, a tool of resource for us. So they're I'm calling them a resource. I'm calling them a resource no different than I would call wind energy a resource, no different than I would call solar power a resource. Why are we not using our resources? Why are we not using our resources of wind energy, solar power energy, 0-point energy? Why aren't we using our resources of Mother Earth, harnessing the power of the tides? Why aren't we using our resources of love energy? Did you know that love too can be an energy source? Did you know that love creates in the universe? They're talking about, this is complicated because it goes way over my head. I'm not a scientist, but it's something akin to, there are energy resources that we don't even know about. Would you consider love to be an energy resource? Do you consider love to be a powerful energetic resource? Because hatred has been a very powerful energetic resource that we've been utilizing on this planet for thousands and thousands of years. And that energy resource is the reason why we are not utilizing other resources. They're talking about solar power and wind energy, etc., as really baby resources on the scale of what the potential is that we could actually be doing here. Utilizing crystals and utilizing the power of each other's heartbeats, working in unison to even move galaxies themselves. Human beings, when we put intention, a conscious intention out there, we have the power to do anything we want to. Human beings working hand in hand, we are a resource. We are a very powerful resource when we choose to work hand in hand, aligned heartbeats, aligned intentions that are very powerful in love to create earthquakes and create rain in dry places like the Sahara Desert. Could you imagine human beings walking into the Sahara Desert, 20 of them, hand in hand, and manifesting rain in a place where it doesn't rain? Do you see the power of what your potential is as a human race? Do you see the power of you as a resource? Do you see the power of yourself as a resource, is what they're talking about. As Spirit says, who is talking about it? What am I connected to? What am I channeling? I don't know, what would be 20 different vibrations of energy talking right now. And how are they talking? Bing, 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 all this stuff going on like a pinball machine. So I had to translate all of this, and this is what it sounds like. This is what they're talking about. This is an important conversation, Paul and everybody, because as human beings, we're thinking on a very small scale of what the true potential is. And we're looking at big oil companies as though they hold all of this power, but they hold no power at all. They only hold the power of us choosing them. The moment we stop choosing them, crash and burn. There's nothing. There's zero. There's zero. So when we start to choose not them, now they are invisible. Now they don't even exist. So why are we choosing to focus on them now when we've put our focus, when we are consciously choosing to think about, when we are consciously choosing to hate, when we are consciously choosing to feel burdened by, now they're humongous. Now they're a huge eyesore that we get to continue to focus on, look at, and feel controlled by. But all we have to do is say, so what about that 0 point energy? That's all I know about. Wind energy, solar power energy, that's all I know about. What were you talking about, oil companies? Because I've never heard of that before. That just doesn't even make sense to me. So the moment that humanity chooses to alter their perception of value, now away from oil companies, now we actually can start working with a whole new pot of soup. Now we can start working with a whole new structure of creative ideas and creative connectedness. It's about connectedness. Okay, so hold on a second here. There's something else. I was talking about alien beings. My spirit guides are asking me, why was I thinking about alien beings when I was reading Paul's email to me? Why was I thinking about alien beings? And I was thinking, so I'm going to answer this. I read your message, Paul. I read it over and over and over again. And I don't know why, but in my heart, I wasn't necessarily wanting to channel my spirit guides on this. I was wanting to channel loving alien beings to get another supportive vocal piece out there that we can tap into, because we don't see them as a resource because we don't see them at all, right? They're completely invisible. We can't see our spirit guides. They're completely invisible. How do we develop our psychic senses? I don't know how to do it. We're constantly feeling like we don't have any power, like we don't have any control over anything, which is totally not the truth. Our power lies in what we choose. Our power lies in what we believe within ourselves. And the connectedness, I'm really in the zone here with making friends and making deeper connections and really feeling that supportive connection with everybody, and not just here on this planet, but in the stars, in the spirit realm, with angels, with love, all different kinds of reflections of love. And you just keep getting the heart bigger and bigger and growing it and growing it and growing it and growing it. Don't you want to feel that? Don't you want to feel that love inside yourself, in your life, supporting you, loving you, helping you, inspiring you, seeing what your potential is in you, and being a cheerleader for you in your life? Don't you want that? Or do you want to just feel like an individual? It's not going to continue to be that way. We're going to start feeling more supported. That's the way the energy's been for me. It's been pretty awesome. I've been feeling a lot of support, networking type energy, and time for change and big spiritual movements, and this new Amun-Ra thing that I'm getting involved in. And it's just stuff like really promoting more opportunities for us to connect and develop and experience the love, you know? So, alien beings as a resource of love energy, alien beings as a resource of wisdom to help us with these problems, because these problems are really tiny to them. These problems are like, oh, duh, this is what you need to do. But how are they going to get here when we are still choosing a society that is making us feel like we are being controlled, when, hello, all we have to do is choose. All we have to do is stand up and say, I choose. And we have to inspire a majority of people to stand up and say, okay, I kind of like that idea too. Because we are so insistent on having to have the majority agreeing on things, that now we have to live by that structure. Instead of just living by, working together and feeling the connectedness of groups of people and supporting each other and in close-knit communities, that sort of thing, we're just sort of thrown into a big pot of some people like this, some people like that. And now we just have to find something that works for us all. And what is always working for us? What we've had in place for thousands of years that has developed the world that is today. Let's definitely not change anything, because change is hard. Change requires us to change. Change requires us to think differently. Change requires us to say, oh my God, we have all these gas stations and we've been using oil for all this long time, and we have certain people that, oh my God, what are they going to do if they don't have power with oil? And they can't, and we don't have reason for war now. Oh my God, what are we going to do? How are we going to control the masses with oil companies if the masses aren't choosing oil anymore and they're choosing other opportunities that are actually nurturing the planet and helping humanity and not hurting things? You see why change is important? Change is a big part of this message too. And love is a big part of this message. The power of love. The power of perceiving beyond anything of your wildest dreams. Going way outside the box. Whoever thought that love could be a resource? Again, you see how hatred has been our resource. You see how hatred and suffering and war and chaos and not an expansion of community and love and taking care of each other and sharing the wealth. When we don't choose love, now we get the world today. And so when hate is the resource, now we get the world today. When love is the resource, now we get all kinds of other resources of love. Other resources of love that are going to help us across the globe. Again, the alien wisdom is you don't know the power of your human race. You don't know the power of what you're capable of. You don't know how powerful you are as a species. Don't submit to the experience of being controlled, because there's no such thing as being controlled. You actually manipulated yourself into feeling controlled when you were never controlled to begin with. You actually can stand up at any time. And I think, I know it's kind of out there, but Martin Luther King Jr., I love that guy because he chose to stand up and say, I want to see things differently. I want to see more love in this world. And I'm just one guy, but you know, and he had others too who were in the same ballpark as him, they were supporting each other. And look at what they did to change the way that people are sharing love. You know what I mean? All it takes is one person, and then 2 people, and 3 people, and then 4 people, and now we have thousands and thousands and thousands of people choosing a new opportunity of love. It's really beautiful. It's amazing what a single person can do to change a lot of people's lives, you know? That's it. That's all that I'm supposed to share for this video. It's supposed to be contemplative. It's supposed to be supportive of a new perspective on what we are capable as a race. We are the ones that change the world. We are the change of the world. And now we step up and we start demanding change. And that's all there is. I don't have a freaking clue what an oil company is. I never heard of that in my life. All I know about is a world where we're already using renewable energy sources, green energy. That's all I've ever heard of. If all of a sudden we all just chose to acknowledge that's all we ever heard of, now we're starting to manifest all we ever heard of. And anything else just isn't real. I never heard of no oil companies, don't know what you're talking about. And you turn off, you know, now the news is projecting a different vocabulary. We don't have a clue about oil companies. We've never heard of oil companies before, but we've heard of these companies that are really promoting solar power and this and that and the other thing. So that's all we're going to talk about on the news, and that's all the commercials are going to talk about, and all the gas stations are going to start to disappear, and we're going to start doing things differently. You see how quick and easy it is to erase what was a conscious choice for our human race, and now we don't even know what that was. We can change our story very quick and very easily by just, I don't know, have a clue what that was about. You stand up and you start choosing and you start walking the walk and talking the talk, and that's all we know. And love is the power. Love is the tool. Love is the resource. Love is the resource. Connection is the resource. Connectedness, the feeling that we are all in this together, holding hands with hearts that are beating in oneness. That we do love each other, that we actually do care about each other, we do love each other, and we are here to support each other. That's all I know. If the news only said that over and over and over and over again, if commercials only said that over and over and over again, that's all we would know. And now we would see the world as being a reflection of all we freaking know is love. That's it. I never heard of anything else. that don't even know what you're talking about. War? Are you serious? People actually have wanted to kill each other? I've never heard of that. That just sounds absurd to me, because all I know about is people loving each other. Now we are brainwashing ourselves, right? Because we are brainwashing ourselves into believing, seeing, and now manifesting a world of hell. Now we brainwash ourselves into seeing, believing, and manifesting the only thing we know is love. And that's it. I've only known what love is. That's all I know. And so now you see how we change things. Now you see how we've got the a Rubik's Cube, and we morph it and change it, and now we have a perfectly new pattern of love. That's it. All right, so that's all I have to share for this video. Paul, that was a very cool question, and be curious to see what the response is on this. I'm just pausing for a minute because I'm still in sort of an energetic connectedness right now, and it sort of makes me feel a little fluffy in my brain. I'm taking a minute. It's important I take this moment. I'm dragging this out for a reason. For everybody watching this video, how important is this world to you? For everybody watching this video, how important is love to you? For everybody watching this video, how important is it that every human being on this planet has enough food to eat, has clean water to drink, children are not being abused, that there's balance and love and just, you know, all of the scary images we already know about are starting to diminish and evaporate, because we are acknowledging that people matter. We're acknowledging that the earth matters. And we're starting to allow our true love and our true feelings, our motivation to care. My daughter did this painting over the weekend, and she wrote, "Care is love." That's what she wrote on her painting. Care is love. She just did it out of the kindness of her own heart. And I was like, I didn't motivate her to do anything. She just wanted to paint, and then she said, "I want this painting to say care is love." So let's all say care is love right now. Care is love. Care is love. So what are you saying here? You watching the video, you say care is love. Care is love. So we start to care, and now we manifest love. That's all we know. That care is love, and love is all the only thing that is real. So we start just choosing love. That's it. Anything else is not the value. Why would we want to hold into anything else? It's just holding on to the hurts of the past. It's still letting go of the memories of the pain and suffering that we feel. We need, persecution. We need to we need to right the wrong. We need somebody to answer for this. We don't need anybody to answer for this. We all are part of the problem, because we are not choosing care as love. So we all start to choose care as love, and now we are all choosing to support change. Now we are all choosing to step into a whole new regime of super awesome love. That's it. I'm done. I had to just go there because I felt a meditation movement on, and I needed to just see where it went. That's all I'm going to share for this video. I want to thank you very much, Paul, for asking that question and having me do a channeling for all of us to appreciate, to give us something new to contemplate, to welcome new thoughts, new perspectives, new ideas. We can't do this thing by ourselves. We do this thing together because we're here together. We're not here as individuals in our own secret worlds. We're here together, helping each other, promoting ideas. I'm not the only brain here. I'm not the only spiritual channeler here. We need everybody. We need everybody's ideas. We need everybody's viewpoints. We need everybody's motivations. We need everybody's hearts beating. And we need to just acknowledge that we're here together and we can do this thing together. And so we start choosing to do this thing together. And we can start feeling the love and the connection flowing between our souls, our incarnations as human beings, our experiences here on this planet, and we start developing bonds beyond this planet, into the stars, and in higher dimensional spiritual levels, and in other places we never even thought of before. We start feeling that connection just growing and growing and growing. And now it's raining. I gotta go. Check out my website, abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Get yourself a psychic reading or spiritual healing. I can change your life. I can make a difference for you. Also, check out aminross.com. It's a new website. It's just the start of a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's going to be growing, and you're going to see videos from me out there as well. There's a Q&A. My friend Joseph and I right now, we're answering the questions and then sharing answers, just really brief ones. No more than 5 minutes is what we're going to do. So that gives you an opportunity to just ask a question, one question, and then we will answer it, okay? So this is another way that we're trying to share a support with humanity. We're here to support humanity. We're here to help humanity. We aren't here to say, we have all the answers, just listen to us. We're here to say, we're a part of the answer. You're a part of the answer too. I, Abby Normal, am a part of the answer. Joseph Bradley's a part of the answer. You, Paul, are a part of the answer. And thank you for this video. Thank you very much for this video. We all are a part of the answer. So let's acknowledge I am a part of the answer. I want to be a part of the answer. So I'm going to choose to think only about love from now on. I'm not going to choose to focus on anything else, and I'm going to start allowing the power of love to motivate me, inspire me, move me to do something differently, because I have a special gift that I'm here to share, and I'm going to share that now. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Okay? All right. So thank you very much. Loved this experience, happy to share this experience, and I just wish you all a wonderful, phenomenal day.